Most people in America are overweight or obese. In fact, 73% of America's population already are. Hello, my name is Brown Hammond, and the obesity rate is growing. Today I'll be explaining the problem of obesity and the solution a fat tax will have. First, I will explain the problem of obesity and why it is a problem today, and secondly, the solution to this problem and how a tax on all unhealthy foods will help this problem. There's a problem in America, and it is growing. This problem being that many people are becoming overweight because of how they eat. America's diet is based all around processed, unhealthy junk foods, which is why most people are unhealthy. A tax on unhealthy and processed foods can decrease the obesity rate and hopefully push people towards healthier options, and if not, make people buy less of the unhealthy options. A huge problem in America today is that over half the population is obese. Although it's not the people's problem that the foods are so cheap, and that's what people gravitate towards, is a cheaper option. For example, a McDonald's cheeseburger is $1, and a salad or a sandwich or a healthier option can be up to $7 to $8. And if they had to feed a family just quick, fast, it's cheaper to spend $5 for a family of 5 to have 5 cheeseburgers instead of $30 on a salad for 5 people. So obviously they buy the cheaper option. Because of how cheap these foods are, people buy more junk food and less healthy foods. Researcher Barry Popkin found out countries like the US spend 33 to 57% of the calories adolescents get is from junk food. This is 1, because of how cheap it is, 2, because of how addicting it can be, and 3, because people don't know any better. There's a famous saying, your eyes are bigger than your stomach, and this is very true. Your eyes trick you into wanting the largest amount, like a large fry or a large soda. But your stomach doesn't need that, so your mind tricks you into wanting the bigger option, even though we may not need the largest option. The World Health Organization has reported that 1.9 billion people worldwide are overweight. And in 2016, which of 650 million people had obesity. The more obese and overweight people, the more problems they're going to have mentally, physically, and health-wise. More people will call in sick to work or not go into work at all. And they will have more illnesses and sicknesses like heart diseases or diabetes or even social anxiety. The solution to this problem is a tax on all unhealthy foods. People lean towards junk foods because they are cheaper, but if there's a tax on these foods, it will hopefully bring people to choose the healthier option. Some countries have already done this. They've already put a tax on unhealthy foods, like Mexico and Hungary have already seen results. Consumers of unhealthy food products responded to the tax by changing to a cheaper, often healthier product, consumed less of the junkier product, or switched to a healthier alternative. This shows that the tax does make people purchase less of the unhealthy foods and purchase more of the healthier options. Countries like Mexico and Hungary had a huge part of their population overweight or obese, and then started a tax on certain foods, and it created them to decrease in obesity numbers. The American Journal of Public Health paper states that the Hungary model was the ideal since it doesn't go off of the high in calorie foods, but the nutritional value of the foods. Unlike Mexico, this has also had an impact on junk food manufacturers in Hungary, causing about 40% of them to tweak recipes in ways that make them healthier. So if they tweak the recipes to make them not junk food, or not unhealthy anymore, and to make them healthier, then the tax won't apply to these foods. So hopefully manufacturers will change to healthier options so they won't be taxed, and then people will only have healthy options to choose from. So in Mexico, they are doing it based on high calorie foods, but have also seen a result, and they have already put a tax on sodas and sugar sweetened drinks. It was a 10% tax, which people bought less sodas then. In Mexico, the government created an 8% tax on high calorie foods in an effort to decrease obesity rates. According to the law, non-essential foods include chips, snacks, salty snacks, and frozen desserts. So these are the taxes, or these are the foods that the tax will go on. The tax, if America had this tax, it would apply to products high in saturated fats, trans fats, sugar, and salt, which include the chips, the snacks, the candies, the cakes, the fried foods, and that's what it would apply to. Although the fat tax alone will not change America's diet, they need help because people don't know what to eat. They think, oh, oatmeal is very good if I just get the fast, high in sugar packets and just make that. Well, those aren't very good for you either. They need to learn what is good for you, how to make oatmeal by themselves, sweeten it with honey and a banana. That's a healthier option. People need to learn what the healthy option is. So if there should be combined with measures like subsidies and access to healthy food items and public health education and campaigns and programs to help teach people what is healthy. This tax will decrease the amount of overweight and obese people, but campaigns and programs will help as well. If people had help and saw the junk food or fast food option isn't the most cheap option anymore, they will lean towards healthier options as well. America's obesity rate is growing, and this brings a lot of problems. This causes people to have more health problems, and this hurts the economy because people aren't going into work because of their weight and the problems that this weight brings. A solution to this problem is adding a tax onto unhealthy and processed foods.